They were young, strong, and highly trained. This was supposed to be just another expedition, but none of them would ever return. What happened that night is still one of the greatest mysteries in history. It all began in late January. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, planned a long skiing trek across a remote mountain region. They were all experienced in winter survival. Nothing about this trip seemed dangerous. At first, everything went according to plan. They laughed, took photos, and wrote notes in their journals. You can still see those pictures today. Smiling faces, no fear, no sign of what was coming. But as they moved deeper into the mountains, the weather began to change. Strong winds, heavy snow, freezing temperatures. Visibility dropped. The conditions became brutal. At some point, one of the members turned back due to illness. That decision saved his life, because the remaining 9 hikers continued forward towards something no one could explain. On the night of February 1st, they set up their tent on the slope of a mountain. It was an exposed location, cold, windy, dangerous, but they decided to stay there. That night, something happened, something so terrifying that all 9 of them suddenly fled their tent. But here's the strange part. They didn't leave through the entrance. They cut their way out from the inside. Imagine that. You're inside a tent in the middle of a freezing night, and something scares you so much that you slash the tent open just to get out as fast as possible. Even worse, they ran outside without proper clothing. Some of them were barefoot in temperatures below -20 degrees Celsius. It makes no sense. Why would experienced hikers do that? What could possibly scare them that much? Days later, rescue teams arrived. What they found was disturbing. The first bodies were discovered near a tree. They were wearing only light clothing. Some had tried to climb the tree, as if they were trying to escape something. Further away, more bodies were found. Some had attempted to return to the tent, but they never made it. Then came the most shocking part. The last bodies were discovered under the snow, and their injuries were unlike anything rescuers had seen before. One had a crushed skull, another had severe chest fractures. But here's the terrifying detail. There were no external wounds. It was as if an invisible force had crushed them. One of the hikers was missing her tongue. Others had missing eyes. Some of their clothes showed traces of radiation. Nothing added up. No signs of a struggle. No footprints from other people. Only their own tracks leading away from the tent. So what really happened? Over the years, many theories have been suggested. Some believe it was an avalanche, but the slope wasn't steep enough. Others say it was a secret military test, explosions, radiation, something classified. There is also a theory about infrasound, a natural phenomenon caused by wind that can create panic and fear. But none of these explanations fully answer the question. Why did they cut the tent? Why did they run without proper clothing? And what caused those injuries? Even decades later, the mystery remains unsolved. The Dyatlov Pass incident is still one of the most disturbing cases in history. 9 people, 1 night, and a truth we may never discover. So the question is, what do you think happened?